All right, welcome everybody to start the 2024 NCS tournament, debuting on the black track for the first time in NCS history. We have 18 drivers, including some of the most iconic names, including Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch, Josh Berry, Jimmy Johnson, Tyler Reddick, Ty Gibbs, and many others will be competing here on the black track for the first time in NCS history. So we'll see who's going to take it, as we will go ahead and pick the first three cars and get them raced on the track. So out of the 18 drivers, only one of them, Kyle Busch, is inside the top five. So Kyle Busch, he's leading the standings compared to everyone else. But we'll see as we pick the first three cars and put them on the track. First up, we have driving the number 33, a leave car. We have Brody Kosecki. So we'll get him lined up. And driving the number 21, the 21 Dex Imagine car. We have Harrison Burton. And driving the number 44 Hot Wheels, we have Jeffrey Earnhardt. So we got two Chevrolets and one Ford in this group, Harrison Burton being the Ford. All right, let's see who's going to take the first race. First race in the NCS down the track. Here are the normal NASCAR cars. On your mark, get set, go. Burton's out in front. He crashes, and nobody makes it to the end. All right, second try for these three guys. We got Brody Kosecki on the outside, Harrison Burton in the middle, and then Jeffrey Earnhardt closest to me. On your mark, get set, go. Harrison Burton is still out in front. He crashes again, and Brody Kosecki will take the victory. All right, so a very difficult run both times for Harrison Burton as he crashed on both races. But Brody Kosecki will take the win. Don't have to make it to the finish line. It's whoever goes the furthest, if they can make it past the second turn. So Brody Kosecki was able to do that, and he moves on to round two. A tough race for Jeffrey Earnhardt as well as Harrison Burton. Weren't able to get things done today, but we'll see who takes it here as we pick the next group of three. We have driving the number 4 Kodak car. We have Josh Berry. And driving the number 99 Exceedy car, we have Daniel Suarez. And driving the number 36 Pedigree car, we have Todd Gilliland. Now, we did some practice runs yesterday, and Todd Gilliland struggled a little bit in practice, so we'll see if he can make up for it here in this race. All right, we got the Kodak team and Chevrolet of Josh Berry farthest out, and then Daniel Suarez for Ford Racing down the middle, and then for Pontiac Racing, we have Todd Gilliland in the last lane up here. On your mark, get set, go. And we're off again. Todd Gilliland. Josh Berry goes off the track as Todd Gilliland was out in front. All right, second re-race for these guys. Who's going to take it? Josh Berry had a horrible crash going way off the track in the last race, and then the struggles continue for Todd Gilliland in the last lane. We'll see if they can get past them, and Daniel Suarez still down the middle. On your mark, get set, go. Todd Gilliland out in front, and the other two struggle, and Todd Gilliland will take the win as he will make it all the way past the second turn. All right, so very, very tough tough race for Josh Berry as he crashed in both races. Very tough and serious crashes for him. Thankfully, he is okay. But we will see who will take it on this next race. Todd Gillen ended up winning the battle over the other two cars in the last race. So him and Brody Kosecki will move on to round 2 as we pick the next 3 cars. And driving for the number 41 for Ford Racing, we have Ryan Preece. And driving the number 9 Dodge car, we have Chase Elliott. He's one of the more bigger names in this league and throughout NASCAR. And last but not least, an old iconic name, nonetheless, but still an old icon. We have driving for the number 94 Ford Taurus McDonald's. We have Bill Elliott. So we got the Sea of Red this time around. We have Ryan Preece all the way farthest back, Chase Elliott down the middle, and then Bill Elliott closest to me. Who's gonna take the win? On your mark, get set, go. Bill Elliott way out in the lead, but Chase Elliott passes him and he will take it. Chase Elliott will take the win as we get our first car to the finish line all the way past the track. Ryan Preece ended up passing Bill Elliott at the end, but Chase Elliott will take the win as he came back with blazing speed down on that last turn. As we will go ahead and we will pick our next 2 cars, or next 3 cars. And driving for the number 26 Cheerios, we have Kaz Grela. So we will have him debut for. He's one of the 4 cars debuting for the very first time in this series. So we'll have him sitting in the farthest lane. All right, and driving the number 45 Sprint car, we have Tyler Reddick. And driving the number 54, one of 2 Toyotas in the group, we have Ty Gibbs in the number 54 Interstate Batteries car. So we'll see who's going to take it. We have Ty Gibbs closest to me, Tyler Reddick down the middle, and then Kaz Grangla all the way in the back there. On your mark, get set, go. And we're off again. Ty Gibbs with a commanding lead as he will easily take the victory. And that's a win for the Toyota Racing Team, as Ty Gibbs will easily get the win. Tyler Reddick wasn't able to maintain control. And all right, next 3 cars. We have driving the number 84 Carvana car for Chevrolet. We have Jimmy Johnson. And then driving the number 8 Dale Earnhardt Jr. car, we have Sammy Smith. And driving the number 18, the number 18 M&M's car, you may know him well, Kyle Rowdy Busch. So we'll see who's going to take it. We got Jimmy Johnson all the way at the end. Sammy Smith down the middle, and Rowdy Busch close. Kyle Busch closest to me. Who's going to take the win? On your mark, get set, go. Kyle Busch out in the lead, and he will easily get the victory. Wow, what a run. The fastest run of the day. Wow, what an amazing last race. We have both Toyotas that are competing are now in the second round. both Ty Gibbs and Kyle Busch now in the second round. So we got one for Team Dodge, and then one for Chevrolet, and one for Pontiac. So we got all the teams except for Ford. So we'll see who it's going to come down to. We're down to the last race of the first round. And driving the number 35 Tabasco car, we have Jake Garcia. And driving the number and then the last two for the Ford Racing Team, driving the number 37 Kmart car, we have John Andretti. And then driving the number 98, the only stock truck in this race, we have Grant Enfinger. All right, let's go ahead and crack these open and race. So we'll see if Ford Racing can make it to the second round. If they do, it's going to come down to either John Andretti or Grant Enfinger for Ford Racing. So we'll see if it'll be either of them, or will Pontiac Racing get their second win. However, the one thing with this car, the Tabasco car, it's one of the few, I think this might be the only rubber tire car in this group of cars. So we'll see if that'll play in this next race, but we'll see. And then all hopes for the Ford Racing Team for John Andretti, as well as Grant Enfinger. So Kmart. And then, of course, we got one of the more iconic names in the truck series, and the Craftsman Truck Series in real life in NASCAR, Grant Enfinger. In for the Ford F-150. All right, so we'll see if Ford Racing can get a win here. We have Jake Garcia all the way out in the far lane. We have John Andretti down the middle, and Grant Enfinger closest to me. Who's going to take the win on this final race of the first round? On your mark, get set, go. And we're off again. Grant Enfinger, another massive win, as he will easily take the victory. And we got one for the Ford Racing Team representing here for the second round. So we'll see you coming up right after the break. All right, welcome back here at the Shelton 600 here in Shelton, Washington, as we get ready to get started. We have 6 cars, 6 drivers left remaining here in this tournament. We have Brody Kosecki in the number 33 Aleve car representing for Chevrolet, and then representing for Pontiac, we have Todd Gilliland, who's been probably one of the biggest surprises to make it in this second round. After spinning out in the first race and a couple times in practice runs last night. So he's a huge surprise. So he's probably the biggest underdog out of these 6 drivers here in this group. And then we got Chase Elliott representing for Dodge Racing. They're trying to get their first win in 8 years for the Dodge Racing Team. Last time they won it was back in 2016. It was when the Dodge Charger 500 won it in the DCR Tournament Series. So they're looking for their first win in nearly 8 years. Meanwhile, Team Toyota looking for their 3rd racing win, as they got both their cars representing for number 54 of Ty Gibbs and number 18 of Kyle Busch, who had by far the best run, right in front of Grant Enfinger, who will be representing for the Ford Racing Team. So we'll see who's going to get the victory, as we will line up the first 3 cars on the track and race. We have Todd Gilliland. We'll have Todd Gilliland in the farthest lane. Kyle Busch down the middle. And we'll have Ty Gibbs. Actually, we'll have Grant Enfinger in the last lane closest to me. So we'll see who's going to get the victory. All right, who's going to get the victory? We have Todd Gilliland at the far lane, Kyle Busch down the middle, Grant Enfinger in the last lane. Who's going to make it to the winner of this? This is the semifinal round, so whoever wins this makes it to the final round. We'll have 2 cars competing, so the winner of this will advance to the final round. Who's going to take it? On your mark, get set, go. And we're off again. Busch falling behind, and Grant Enfinger will take the victory. Grant Enfinger will be moving on to the final round. And Ford Racing is still alive here in this series. Man, so what an unfortunate loss for Kyle Busch as he goes on and loses that one. Couldn't keep up after having such a powerful run in his last race in the first round. But Grant Enfinger will take the win over him and Todd Gilliland. So he'll be awaiting the winner of either Chase Elliott in the number 9 car or Ty Gibbs in the number 54 car, or will it be number 33 in the Aleve car, Brody Kosecki? So one of those 3 drivers will take on Grant Enfinger in the final round. So we'll see who's going to take it. All right, we'll see who's going to take it. We have Ty Gibbs. And get it to stay. All right, had to switch the order a little bit. Ty Gibbs wasn't able to stay on in the far lane, so I had to switch him and Chase Elliott around. So we have Chase Elliott out in the far lane, Ty Gibbs down the middle, and then Brody Kosecki in the last 2 lanes. Who's going to be moving on to the final round? Who's going to be the battle? Will it be Dodge? Will it be Toyota? Or will it be Chevrolet taking on Ford? So we'll see who's going to make it to the final round. On your mark, get set, go. Close one. Brody Kosecki will take the win. No, Ty Gibbs comes back at the end. And Ty Gibbs will take the victory over Brody Kosecki. Looked like he had that one in the bag. But Ty Gibbs comes back at the very end to take the victory. All right, so an unfortunate loss for Brody Kosecki as he thought he had the win, but Ty Gibbs pulled up at the very last second to take the victory over Chase Elliott and Brody Kosecki. So we have Toyota versus Ford for the final round, so we'll see who's going to take it. It'll be the first car to win 2 races in a row. So whoever wins 2 in a row will win and become the champion here for the month of February for the NCS. So we'll see who's going to take it here on the final round. All right, we got Grant Enfinger closest to me, taking on Ty Gibbs in for the number 54 for the Toyota Racing Team. Who's going to take it? On your mark, get set, go. Close one, neck and neck battle, and number 98 of Grant Enfinger will take the first race. Ty Gibbs putting up a close battle, but Grant Enfinger was able to pull ahead to take the win. We'll go ahead and switch the lanes. All right, so that means if Ty Gibbs doesn't win this next race, Grant Enfinger will become the first stock truck to win in the NCS in this series. So Ty Gibbs has to win this next race, otherwise it is over. And Grant Enfinger will take the win, and Ford Racing will get its 36th career victory in TSC sports history, motorsports history. So we'll see who's going to take it. We have Grant Enfinger in the last two lanes. Look in the farthest lane, looking for the championship. And then Ty Gibbs needing a win here. Can Ty Gibbs hang on to take the win? Or will Grant Enfinger take it all and will take the playoff spot and make it to the Castrol 600 this December? So we'll see who takes it. This could be it. On your mark, get set, go. And we're off again. Ty Gibbs crashes, and Grant Enfinger, with some style at the end, will take the victory. And Grant Enfinger is your champ here in the NCS for the month of February. And that will do it. An unfortunate wreck, and the third wreck of the day, as he'll have to be attended to by the rescue units.